And throughout the day, we've heard that hurricane is disrupting fall break vacations for some East Tennessee families. 10 News reporter Grant Robinson spoke with one family who left the Florida Panhandle and drove through the night to beat the evacuation order.
John, vacationing in Destin, Florida has been a tradition for the Bowman family for nearly a decade. But this year's trip ended up only lasting 2 days.
It started just like past vacations, playing with their grandkids at the beach and soaking in the Gulf Coast sunset while keeping an eye on the weather.
We had a good time. We had good weather the 2 days we were down there.
Before the Bowmans traveled from Knoxville to Destin, Florida, they knew to expect some rain. But their outlook quickly changed after watching a press conference with Florida's governor warning about Hurricane Michael.
So we thought, well, we'll just ride this out. Then, in about an hour later, they upgraded it to a Category 2.
On Monday, nearby Panama City ordered mandatory evacuations beginning Tuesday morning. That's when the Bowmans decided to cut their vacation short and tell their 3- and 7-year-old grandkids they're heading home.
When the locals started leaving, you know, it kind of gave me an idea that it's time to go.
The family left ahead of the mandatory evacuations, but still waited in line 20 minutes for gas before leaving Florida. The family says when they stopped for dinner in Alabama, they ran into other East Tennesseans who also had a short trip to the beach.
They were from Anderson County, and they had left yesterday morning going to Panama City. And they got to Panama City, they said, and were immediately told that there was an evacuation in place. So they spent 12 minutes in Panama City, and they were heading back.
The Bowmans made it back to Knoxville at 4:30 a.m. Tuesday, a trip they described simply as an adventure.
Now, since the grandkids still have a few days left for fall break, Bowman says they might try to make up for lost family time at Dollywood. Brandon.
All right, Grant Robinson with the story. Thank you very much. Well, to